Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that bell.
I'm
that
starting
notification bell.
to think that YouTube merged the subscribe button with the bell.
Because is that why I can't find it?
I looked for it the other day and I couldn't find it. So I don't know. So let me do a little bit more research on that.
But that's my only job at the intro.
I know.
If you take it away from me, I'll have nothing.
I'll give you the Instagram.
Okay, we're also on Instagram.
And you're the one who runs that page, so you should be promoting the Instagram.
We're at the Instagram at TWiN.
Stephanie runs our Instagram page because she tried teaching me once how to do the Instagram stories, and it's just above my pay grade.
I don't really go on Instagram, but the stories,
I don't know how to do it.
The stories, that's a great advertising platform.
Okay.
You know, because you can tag everybody on it.
See, I don't know how to do any of that. So she's good at the Instagram.
So I could say this stuff too.
You can say
and we're on Twitter X at Nancy T. Sidley and at Stephanie Sidley.
Yes.
So go on the Twitter and the Instagram and don't look for that bell because I don't think it exists.
I think it might be a whole myth.
If I were a bell, I'd go
ding dong, ding dong, ding. The Prince and Princess of Wales went to Scotland.
I saw that.
So for more of this campaign for the Shaping Us campaign, but this time it was like hashtag keep talking. And I'm going to get to what Princess Catherine is wearing in a second, but I just wanted to explain.
I think we all know her code.
I know. So it was highlighting a couple charities, bringing rural communities together. And they put on their Instagram page, whether it's connecting young farmers or providing outdoor opportunities, it's great to see how building strong support networks is a priority across the region. And it was just like a cute overall day. You could tell that Princess Catherine was taking the lead because this is her passion. This is going to be her legacy, is working with children, sort of taking on the reins of what Princess Diana was doing. But in a different path. She really is taking on a different path here because she's staying more local instead of doing global, which I think is really important to her country and the Commonwealth. So I really like that. I was very happy with her outfit. I thought it was very appropriate. They've got their poppies on because it's Remembrance Week, which is very important. And we're actually going to talk more about what's going on in the Senthip Path right now tomorrow during our live, but we'll get more into that. So here she is with a kid. He had just hurt himself on the bike, so she went and comforted him. Everyone go give it a watch if you haven't seen it. It's really cute. She's so good with the kid, and I can tell like they are responsive with her because you can't BS children and animals. You cannot BS. And he did get better. He felt better. He stopped crying and it was really cute. So I really like this moment. It was very organic.
It's a Princess Diana moment.
It wasn't like she had a crystal ball and knew the kid was going to hurt himself on the bike. Kids don't do that. So it was very cute.
She's not Kreskin.
No. Here they are showing a little bit of affection. He's definitely there with her. People always go, well, he walks in front of her. Well, yeah, first of all, because it's protocol. Second of all, because it's respectful for her to do that to her husband. A lot of people do that. That's their new thing, the Sussex Squad.
If I'm holding hands with my boyfriend, I'm going to step back a beat. I can't imagine me going forward without him and then him in the back. Could you imagine like if I'm doing this thing?
Isn't that weird?
No, I just can't. I just don't like it.
That's so weird. Like we don't even do that with our dad. Like we don't even walk in front of our dad. So it's really strange when people.
To each their own, everyone though. Everybody on here probably has their own opinion about that.
Yes. And you can have your own opinion. Here she is getting some little pumpkins with the kids, and the kids were just following her around all day. And it was just so cute. Can we talk about her jeans for 1 second? Okay. So I recently bought a pair of boyfriend jeans that I think I was talking about a couple lives ago. And I took them to the lake because it's fall and it's raining and you need something to wear with your boots. And I absolutely love these high water boyfriend jeans. To be able to see the Princess of Wales wearing them too makes my decision to buy the jeans so much better. And I love them. I'm going to show you guys a picture of me in them right now. And I just absolutely love them, because I remember when I first put them on, Stephanie goes, "You're wearing high waters." And I go, "Well, I think I can make this work."
Seen it happen in a while. I wasn't like, you're wearing high waters.
It was a very really cool thing kind of to do in the 90s, but the boot cut jeans were a lot lower in the 90s, but that was like our thing, Doc Martens and boot cut jeans. But the fact that the Princess of Wales is wearing these high water boot cut boyfriend jeans, this made me very happy. I loved it. I think she pulled the look off great. Makes my decision for the fall. I really feel like I can stand by my decision now. So,
of course.
Yes. It's really important to start kids learning how to play beer bong at a young age. I think that's very important. It's just a life skill. If they're really good at it, when they get to college, then, it's all smooth sailing from there.
I turn upside down. Then go around 7 times.
When you circle like that 17 times around, that's when kids want to simulate that they're drunk. They get wobbly.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
What instead of taking a shot, you go like this 17 times around, because then it gets you all distorted.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing a good job.
They are doing a good job. Good for them.
Oh, come on.
You can definitely tell they played this when they were at St. Andrews. Another thing I like about the Prince and Princess of Wales is they're competitive with each other.
Oh, she's very competitive.
Yeah, and I'm very competitive. So I can understand that, like being competitive with the person you love. It's just so much fun, and it keeps things spicy, and I like it. I just like it. I like how they're still competitive with each other. But one of the sweetest moments was when one of the kids asked Princess Catherine who she was.
Oh.
And we all know Meghan likes to tell everybody and their mom who she is. And she always makes sure she tells everyone she's the Duchess of Sussex, even children. She tells children before she's about to read a children's book to them, "Hi, I'm Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex."
They don't know what that is.
Wow.
Fergie never said that. It was always Fergie.
No, it's ridiculous. I don't even think Diana said that. Princess Diana. I don't even think she said that. No. It's ridiculous.
Well, even like when Meghan did that thing on Oprah, and she was just like, kids come up to me all the time and they're like, "You're a real life princess."
Oh gosh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I don't think that ever happened.
I almost threw up.
I don't think that ever happened.
Yeah. But she did say that.
So here she is meeting some kids, and I want everyone to hear her response. It's very cute.
I'm married to William. I know. It's very nice to meet all of you.
It's very important that you let kids take the lead.
Yeah.
So she let the kids, and this isn't the first time she's done this. I've actually heard her say this before after she became the Princess of Wales. A kid went up to her and said, "Are you a princess?" And she goes, "Yeah," like that. But she didn't tell the kid. You have to let the kids take the lead, because Prince and Princess, all they know about Prince and Princesses are in books,
Disney movies.
They're also not pushing the monarchy agenda on anyone who doesn't want it pushed on them. Unlike Meghan and Harry, who have to make sure that their kids have titles. So I thought that was a really enduring moment. Again, she didn't know she was being, of course she knows she's being photographed and videoed all the time, but she didn't know that particular part was going to be.
Do you remember that one video when that little kid came up and goes, "What's your name?" And she goes, "I'm Catherine." She just said it like, "Hi, I'm like your mom."
The people are going to love her. She's putting the work in now, the time and work with the children, and those are going to be the future. She's walking the walk. Well done.
I like that.
Well done, Princess Catherine. Towards the end of the King and Queen's visit in Kenya, I thought this was really nice. The King stopped by a mosque. King Charles has always made sure that he puts his toe in every religion and respects everybody's religion, even though he is the head of the Church of England. The reason why people all around the world do that is because he's always been like that. This isn't something new where all of a sudden King Charles shows up and he goes, "I want to learn about your religion. He's not like that. He has been doing this for years. Look it up. This isn't him just kind of like tooting his own horn and pushing himself on these people. This guy, they know him already. We're just seeing more of it highlighted because he's now the King of England. He's no longer the Prince of Wales. The Queen then went to something that's very near and dear to her heart that she does a lot of work for is she went to visit a domestic violence survivors center, and she spoke with those people. She wore this fabulous trench coat over her shoulders. I know we're talking about a charity, but oh my God, I really liked her in that trench coat. Kate. But she went to go visit these women and they love her. This is something that she's been, again, doing for years on top of her book club and literacy that's so important to her. Domestic violence survivors is something that she has been doing since she became the Duchess of Cornwall.
It's nice to have a spotlight on that right now, you know?
What I like about this is she's having a good time, but she's not trying to be the center of attention. Queen Camilla has always been the most modest person in the world.
Very humble.
You know, she's very humble. She doesn't dress flashy. And you can tell that she wants to be part of that, but she's also just sort of reserved. And Sussex Squad was trying to say that she was just uncomfortable. You guys, it's customs. We're about to talk about customs and what it's customary to do when you go to somebody's country.
They're going to pick apart everything.
Of course, they're going to pick apart everything. I'm just saying that customary, you do what your hosts ask of you. Okay. And Queen Camilla was doing exactly what they wanted her to do at the time, which was come around them and rejoice and celebrate and dance. But she also didn't want to be the center of attention. The reason I'm talking about customs, Stephanie, oh man,
What'd I do?
so we've had Candlegate.
Yes.
We've had Feathergate,
Plumegate.
we've had Bikegate, and now we have Red Carpet Gate. Our good friend Omid Scobie, you know, he's got a book coming out, so of course he's got to just say something about because we obviously know what the book is going to be. The book is going to be trashing the royals the whole time because he's trying to put little breadcrumbs out there.
Really?
Meghan Markle's biographer, Omid Scobie, slams Buckingham Palace for allowing King Charles and Queen Camilla to walk on red carpets laid over soil in Kenya. This scrub, and I'm not going to refer to him as Omid anymore. I call him a scrub. This scrub put this out on Twitter. Now, a lot of people, including myself, are in a very exclusive club. It's not very exclusive because he does it to a lot of people, but he blocks a lot of people on Twitter. And the reason why he does it on Twitter and not Instagram is because Twitter, you can write comments and you can't delete those comments. Instagram, on the other hand, you can delete comments. The way I got blocked, it was, I have an episode on that. So I'll put the link in the description below, but I didn't really even say anything mean or nasty. He just was on a blocking spree one day.
I got blocked just by being your sister.
Yeah. And then, which thank you for being a fan, Omid, for knowing that. And even Richard Eden from the Daily Mail got blocked. And he doesn't even know why he got blocked. So Omid wrote this on Twitter. I want to thank all our little detectives out there for putting this up. Even if this was a choice made by the hosts, and it probably was, the optics of the king and queen walking on a red carpet to avoid soil at Nairobi National Park are pretty ridiculous and out of touch. A clued up palace aide could have easily asked for it to be removed. Now, Omid, you know this better than anybody because you're supposed to be a cultured person of the world. You're a man of mystery.
You're traveled.
You're well-versed. Could you imagine going up to a host, especially a nation like Kenya, okay, who are very proud people? They are independent. They can do whatever the heck they want. Could you imagine going up to these people and saying, we know that you guys want to put a red carpet down on the soil for the king and queen, but you know what? optics wise,
can't do it.
We can't do it. So can we insult your traditions for 1 second?
Respectful.
Can we be disrespectful for 1 second and tell you guys not to do what you think is best? And he knows this. And so this is what, and we talk about this with Megan too. There's got to be something wrong with these people. Like, how can somebody be that not smart?
It's not that. It's like, I just feel like they're going to pick apart everything that they do. And of course, the majority of them are paid bots. And they're just going to say all the buzzwords to make you feel like something's wrong.
Stephanie,
that's just what it is.
I understand this, but this is a man who has a book coming out soon. He's literally, I think, allegedly living in LA. I think he's been there since June, if you pay attention to his Instagram page. So I'm sorry, guys.
I didn't even know he had an Instagram page.
He does, and he barely puts anything on it. Not only Omid, but Chris Ship made a comment too about Queen had hiking boots on at Sherrick Trust Elephant Orphanage and no red carpet. So why not again for this visit? Because that's what the people at that charity didn't want to do. It's not up for the king and queen and their aides to tell the people of that country to do things. When Stephanie and I go to Europe to visit our mom's family, do you think that we didn't accept the food that they gave us? Do you think that they put like stuff in front of us that frankly sometimes we didn't want to eat?
And we're like, no.
Escargot, octopus, the octopus with the lemon on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Rabbit.
Do you think we wanted to eat that? But guess what? You freaking sit down and you eat it. And
you
if
take a bite politely.
And if they offer you a drink and you're not thirsty, you say yes, please. And they pour you whatever's in that pitcher, whether it be lemonade, wine, Coca-Cola.
Give them a cigarette. You got to smoke it.
Yeah. Europe, you can buy the beer and lemonade mixed in.
Well, wasn't it beer and Sprite?
Sprite. It tasted like Sprite and beer.
Panache.
Panache. And I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but Panache. And it's what we drank when we were there, because if it was on the table, you drank it. Or at dinner at night, there was the wine and there was water, a pitcher of water. And then sometimes you put a little dash of red wine in the water for the kids. That's just what you do.
We are in no way condoning underage drinking, okay? But what Nancy's trying to say, I think your point is that culturally, you're supposed to do what the host wants you to do.
It's being respectful.
Customary.
It's customary. Yeah. Immediately, all our friends on Twitter started pointing out discrepancies. Prince and Princess of Wales. I like following this person on Twitter. So Scobie and Chris Ship show off their colonial attitudes by telling Kenyans how they should treat their guests when they visit. This is typical of the racism that people like Omid and Chris display without any self-awareness. I agree. I totally agree. You do not go to Kenya and tell the Kenyans how to act. That's insane. Of course, Megan's Mole right away with the receipts. I got to give it up for Megan's Mole. This was so quick. She pulled this picture out. Oh dear. What about this, Omid? Now, unfortunately,
what are you guys going to say about that?
I mean, do you think that Meghan and Harry, when they were there, do you think they said, oh my God, we cannot have you bow to us? Like, there's no way. This is so colonialism and this is so inappropriate and not PC. They're on a red carpet. But no, Meghan's got her dumb grin on.
She's loving it.
And Harry, of course, is going along with it, even though he is inappropriately dressed. He's got the wrong shoes on and wrinkled clothes, but I don't even want to get into that. But do you think Harry for a second thought in his head, this optics wise, this is going to look bad? No, because he's done this before. He grew up knowing you do what the host does. That's what you do. You eat what they feed you. You drink what they give you. It's just what you do.
If you accept a red carpet, you walk on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how things work. Sabria alone said, how dare the king and queen team allow a red carpet to be put over dirt? Did they not understand the optics, especially a few years back when they did the same thing, but to cover grass to keep them clean? Oh, wait.
The hypocrisy is strong.
Did Omid not think that people were going to pull out receipts for this?
I don't know. I just feel like those people just kind of have a screw loose.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
we're trying to get away with saying things about them, but I think you guys understand what we're trying to say about these people. They're not all there in a bag of chips. But I mean, here's another picture of them walking on soil. I don't know what Scobie thought he was going to do. I don't know what he thought he was going to accomplish. Okay, this is
trying to sell his book.
Yeah.
He wants to be on the map, and he gets people like you so worked up.
He didn't get me worked up.
No, I mean, right now you're a little worked up, but I'm saying he gets people, to talk, and they talk about him. And then they're like, oh, that's the dude coming out with that book. That's just the way PR is, dude. There's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah.
So what he's been doing his entire life. That's what the dude does.
But what blows my mind is he was obviously at first trying to get the Kenya trip because it was so successful. Let's face it, guys, this was a very successful trip for the king and queen. That nothing went wrong. They tried to do what they did to the Prince and Princess of Wales when they went to the Caribbean. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to send people over to call this. They wanted to use the R word. They wanted it to be the colonialism word. He was baiting people to try to ruin this Kenya trip. And that's what I think he originally tried. But he didn't realize, well, there's a lot of smart people out there in this world. And, we're not going to fall for it. Unfortunately, a lot of people fell for it when the Prince and Princess of Wales went to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, the Jamaica president, I think he did the best he could because he wanted to be a gracious host. He went to the Queen's funeral. He went to the coronation. He wanted to be a gracious host, but he also had to think about 75% of his country where they want independence, which I think they should get independence. I agree with you.
Be free.
Go get independence, Jamaica. You should do that. But you can't have the perks of the Commonwealth anymore. So you have to make a decision. Omid definitely tried to use pictures like this to hurt their trip. And it did. It was not a success as well as this Kenya trip was. But do you think for a second that William and Catherine and their aides went to the Jamaica people and said, you need to have us stand in a car and go around and do this? Do you think that? Or do you think that
That's
were
the
told?
last thing those two want to be doing right now?
Trust me.
They would love to be on the ground walking like normal people. They do not want any special treatment. I don't know what you guys are thinking when you say this. It's like, no, that's ridiculous. They're the most down-to-earth couple ever.
Yeah, they did not want to do this at all, but there was no way that they were going to say no to this because that was part of the itinerary and that's what they were supposed to do. You don't say no when a country tells you to, when a country plans something and asks you to do something. This guy on Twitter, I always like him, MRC, and he's got a little bat emoji. He's really good at like putting out info, he or she. I don't know. It kind of looks like a guy, but I'm not going to speculate. Western savior arrogance and condescension is ridiculous and bordering on hysterical. Something that's done for many other needs to be corrected for the UK king and queen because of the optics back home. And he pulled out this great picture, guys, of this woman who's planting a tree in the exact same place in Nairobi. And they put the red carpet out for her too. Now, Stephanie, is it just me? Or is this something that the Kenyans like to do? This is something that they want to do.
It looks like a little bit of a tradition.
Yes.
That's what it looks like to me.
So I want to thank everybody who does get those receipts. Make sure you go give them a follow on Twitter because they do excellent work, I think, and they're very quick and fast. So
that's what she said.
Props to the Kenyans for being such great hosts. I think it was a very successful trip. Another thing that you guys mentioned and I thought was, again, a great find. Harry and Meghan aides requested cushions, new carpet for NYC school in that gag order. We did a whole episode on this. They haven't come out to say that this was not true. They haven't said anything. So obviously it was true that they did make this school do a gag order, and they made them get all new stuff and clean stuff. So you guys want to talk about optics? Prince Harry showing his underwear, first of all. Second of all, they had to get all new stuff just so Meghan can read her dumb children's book, The Bench.
He looks like a little kid.
Oh, I know.
Scobie's one of those people, though, you know, when like you accuse someone of something because you're doing it, it's almost like that. It's like, oh, well, you're this, but I'm doing this on the side. It's like he's constantly accusing us, people like us and the monarchy, of doing these things when his team's doing it.
He was obviously trying to bait. That was definitely a bait.
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
And it backfired big time. But there are a lot of people that didn't see the receipts, and hopefully enough people get the word out and go follow those accounts on Twitter and retweet them and show that there are receipts and that Omid was totally that was a bait tactic and it didn't make any sense. And so this is his Instagram Scobie snaps. I mean, it's obviously a play on words.
You're plugging his Instagram right now.
No, I'm not. I'm showing you how little followers he has. He's not that popular. So he puts that he's a New York Times best-selling author. And I didn't think he still worked for Harper's Bazaar, but I guess he does. And again, I didn't think he still worked for Good Morning America as a contributor, because people were like writing to Good Morning America going, he doesn't know anything about the royals. Why are you doing this? But I could be wrong. He puts that he's a journalist, which I think is hilarious. I think it was yesterday. He's in LA.
Yeah, he looks like he's in California.
He's in SoCal, guys, and he's been there since June. That dude's been there since June. So, and there were talks allegedly that he is the former boyfriend of allegedly Marcus Anderson. So something's going on here. This was him back in June. He made sure that everyone knew he was in LA, because what do? You take a picture of Nobu. That is such a touristy thing to do and so embarrassing.
If you don't want to be seen, go to Nobu.
Yeah,
it's
so
like, yeah, come on.
Yeah. This was his Instagram story today. And it was a picture of the ocean. Kind of looks like an ocean in Santa Barbara, allegedly, if it were me to guess. And a person being all tranquil because he feels like he was attacked by what he said about the Kenya stuff, the red carpet thing. So he's just trying to get on the ocean. And that looks like Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda. I don't know. Maybe
Carmel.
The weather isn't that nice, but right now it could be an old video that he put up. He definitely wants people to think that he's either in SoCal or maybe they just don't want him in England anymore. I don't know.
I would have never known any of this if you didn't tell me. So
well, you know now.
Well, at least, yeah. Omid, you did your job. You got her to tell me this.
I wanted to save this little video for last. You guys have all seen this. I don't know if Stephanie's seen it, but this is probably one of my favorite videos ever, when Harry and Meghan touched down in Morocco.
Oh, yeah.
And because Harry is a royal and Meghan is not a blood royal. And again, this is a tradition. This is a tradition. If you're not a blood royal, you cannot walk on the red carpet when you get off the plane. So she could not walk on the red carpet. And it was one of the funniest, best moments ever. I just love it. It's just so delicious because they really do tell her you can't walk on the red carpet. And so, Scobie, are you going to go after the people of Morocco? Because this had nothing to do with the English people. This isn't the king and queen. This is the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who are, sorry, but they're very low tier when it comes to royalty. How come you're not going after them? I love that video. I think I've watched that video like 1,000 times.
I love how little it takes for you to smile.
It really does. Monarchy is going to be around forever, guys. It's not going anywhere. As long as people like Omid are the ones trying to destroy it, I think we'll be okay. Today's animal rescue is the rescue coop. It is in Texas, and I want to thank one of my Twitter friends for suggesting this. The rescue coop was formed to help save dogs facing imminent euthanasia and those in need of safety. There's a lot of dogs that need help in Texas. There's a lot of displaced dogs. Let me put it that way. So I will put their link in the description below. I would really appreciate it if you guys gave them some love. If you don't give them any love, that's okay. It's fine. Let's just get the word out. Let's put it on our social media pages and just say, hey, there's a really cool rescue group in Texas that I saw on this silly TWiN page. Wait. Is it rescue coop or rescue co-op?
Could be coop.
I bet you I'm saying it wrong. Now, I'm from Portland, so my first initial thing was to say co-op. But then I'm like, is it
I think it's coop
or co-op?
It's spelled coop.
Yeah. But again, I'm from Portland and there's about 5,000 co-ops in my neighborhood alone. So you never know. We hope you guys enjoyed this. Hashtag Red Carpet Gate is what I think, if we do keep talking about this on Twitter, should be the thing. Just make sure we let Omid know and all his fans and anyone who wants to buy the book that he's wrong about that. He was wrong.
We're not buying what you're selling.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our live tomorrow.
Yep.
And Sunday live.
Got a lot to talk about.
Oh, the funeral of Matthew Perry.
Oh, yeah. The Duchess of Edinburgh is in Canada for 5 days. Sophie is in Canada for 5 days. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And, you know, Sussex Squad, you guys with the insults, man. You guys with the insults. We're going to talk about that too. I have some receipts on that too. So we'll get into that tomorrow during our live. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great Saturday night.
I'll be there
for you.
I can't.
You can do it.
I can't.